great pleasure to introduce my friend, my colleague, and my boss, the wife of Mark Emery, and one of the greatest activists Canada has known on her own. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce Mrs. Jodie Emery.
In U.S. prison alongside Mark, my husband, and Michelle Rainey, rest in peace. Mark will be here for next year's 420. Mark Emery, our Prince of Pop, my hero, maybe yours, will be returning home to help us get rid of the Stephen Harper government and bring legalization to our country. 20 years ago, you would not be able to buy High Times magazine, a pipe, a bong, a seed. Nothing existed 20 years ago. Nothing like this. And Mark came to Vancouver and said, plant the seeds of freedom, overgrow the government. Buy your marijuana seeds from me and I will spend millions on the movement. And Mark did that from 1994 until 2005, when the U.S. government had him arrested on Canadian soil. For those years, Mark helped finance and seed and inspire the movement, not just in Canada, but in the United States. He never left Canada. He paid his taxes. He ran for office. He helped organize the Vancouver 420 event in 1995, the first ever. Here in Vancouver, we own this. And it was Mark's organization and all the activists who have given their time and risked their freedom, like David Levine and so many others who have been here to make this what it is today. But it wasn't without Mark starting off 20 years ago that this would have become. And in 2005, the seed business was shut down, and Mark faced life and death at 30 years of prison time behind U.S. bars. And in 2010, we got a 5-year deal, and he accepted it, and he was extradited in May 2010. But in 2006, that is when evil descended on this country in the name of Stephen Harper. Stephen Harper and the Conservative government are not only making criminals and victims of all of you, but they are destroying our environment. They are destroying women's rights, natives' rights, children's rights. They're destroying music and the arts. They're destroying our culture. Stephen Harper declared war on the cannabis culture in 2007, and he has set out to accomplish that with mandatory minimums, elimination of home gardens, and so much more. Harper has declared war on you. And in the years since 2006, when there was no more seed money and Mark Emery faced prison time, our movement in Canada suffered, not for lack of trying, but because of evil so great under the name of Harper. But the inspiration south of the border and the accomplishment of our brothers and sisters in arms down in America has shown the world marijuana will be legal. Marijuana will be legal. Prohibition will end. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not in 10 years. The fight will always go on, because today you can buy in Colorado, but today someone in Canada is going to prison and saying goodbye to their babies and their wife and their family. So the war goes on, and don't forget it, because you're here to celebrate, but many people like my husband, Mark Emery, are not. And many others are behind bars. So this day, 420, is a day to celebrate our beautiful culture, celebrating cannabis, which saves lives and can save the world in the form of hemp, and can save so many people with cannabis medicinally and also recreationally, because what's wrong with feeling good in a world that seems so damn bad sometimes? We need to be free, we need to be free, and we will fight to be free. And when Mark Emery comes home this for legalization, liberty, and freedom for all Canadians. And we're going to get rid of Harper, we're going to get it legal, and we're going to see a beautiful future where we can be free like this without fear every single day. Now it's 3:58, and that means we need to start getting ready for the 4:20 countdown. I will remind you, 20 years ago, Mark and the movement of marijuana started here in Vancouver and spread throughout Canada and America. And again, remember, our brothers and sisters in arms, our cannabis community, we number in the millions, and we are worldwide, and we will not be stopped. No matter how much they oppress us, we will always be peaceful and fight for our freedom. And that's what we're here to do today. And I want to thank all of those who are volunteering their time. I want to thank everybody taking a risk by being a vendor of marijuana, because hey, it's still illegal and Harper wants you in prison. But today we can celebrate, so let's have fun.